my dear fellow survivor. I'm so honored you're here with me today because today I answer a question that so many survivors have before joining our Music Can Heal Me coaching journey. It's a question I had myself for years, and this question is, well, if I feel stuck and I feel like I'm sinking deeper into this negative loop and I'm just caught in it, how am I supposed to get out and start any positive loops in my life? Rightfully so. It's a really powerful question because having stayed stuck for years, I had to find out the hard way that the most effective way to jump out of this negative loop that's endless into a more positive loop is to ask this question: do I focus on feeding what breaks me more often, or do I focus on feeding what builds me more often? Which one? In other words, am I focusing more on feeding my unhappiness, or am I focusing more on feeding my joy? Right? Even in moments where I thought that no joy was possible for me, and that lasted many years. Even in those moments, I asked myself that question, and I always went back to music. I always went back to my passion. I always went back to asking myself, what is the smallest step right now I can take to start jumping from this negative loop I'm in right now into a more positive loop? And it could be as simple as pressing play. And the more that I practiced this, the more I realized, wow, I'm becoming more consistent at jumping from this negative loop into this more positive loop, right? From unhappiness to joy. Becoming more consistent. Not only that, but the effects I was feeling were getting stronger and stronger the more I practiced this habit loop jumping, right? Over and over and over again. Doesn't mean that I was always able to jump from one loop to another. No. Does it mean that the unhappiness was disappearing? No. But what it did mean is that every time I chose this different loop, this more positive loop, and like I said, it could be as simple as pressing play, right? Or picking up my guitar and playing, or singing, or writing some songs. It could be as simple as that. Every time I did that, every time I said yes to that, well, my brain and my body were receiving different chemicals, right? Whether it's dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, epinephrine, you name it. It was getting different chemicals that are just not available to any of us in these negative habit loops, right? So if you feel yourself stuck in those destructive habit loops and you feel that there's just no way for you to jump to a more positive loop, ask yourself that question: do I spend more of my focus on what destroys me, or do I spend more of my focus on what builds me? For me, music is what builds me, right? Connecting with my two soul angels is what builds me. And that's why I created Music Can Heal, because music and my soul angels build me. And I showed people that they can also be built through music and their soul angel or angels. So ask yourself that question right now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week, next month, next year. Ask yourself this right now. Is there a way for me to invest more of my energy, even if it's just for 2 minutes today, into a more positive habit loop? Can I press play on a joyful song that perhaps I used to enjoy and now I just stopped listening to, right? If the answer is no, can I find another song that I'll be okay with pressing play? Right? And then start seeing consistency happen in your life day after day. Choose that same decision. And then see the chemicals your brain and body are going to get. It's going to make you feel a bit more joyful and a little bit more excited for your next level of growth, rather than feeling like you'll be stuck in this destructive loop or loops forever, which you won't. You won't. But just say yes today. 2 minutes is all it takes. Start small, keep going. My dear fellow survivor, I say this with all my heart. Please take good care of yourself, and may you be filled with music and heal.